Who gives the first order of your day, you or the noise? In the first 5 minutes after you wake, your mind is quiet enough to accept a clear instruction, and your schedule hasn't started arguing with you yet. In the next 60 seconds, I'll give you one sentence, you'll speak it with me, and you'll leave with a simple protocol you can run for 7 days. Ready? Place one hand on your chest, one on your belly, breathe once, and say calmly, one time, today, I receive rightful money with clarity and ease. I speak, I act, and I am paid. Now choose one money-moving step you can take in the next 10 minutes, send the invoice, reply to the warm lead, set the payment link, and decide that you'll do it right after this. That's your first result on the clock, not just in your head. Here's why this matters. Those first minutes are a hinge. When you give a vague, anxious sentence to that hinge, the day wobbles. When you give a clean command and pair it with one visible step, the day has a path. This is not about chasing a mood or pretending numbers are different. It's about using timing and language to cut hesitation and move what can actually move. You don't have to believe forever. You can test for 7 days and collect your own evidence. Times, actions taken, replies received, invoices cleared. If you like data, great, this gives you data. If you like ritual, also great, this gives you a ritual that lasts under 3 minutes. In 20 seconds, I'll lay out the whole 24-hour flow. But first I want you to feel the core idea. The day tends to organize around your first clear directive. You can spend the morning reacting to whatever shouts at you first, or you can start by issuing a lawful instruction to yourself and to the hours ahead. Think of it this way. Your words set the direction, your small actions confirm it, and your schedule obeys the combination. You're not begging the day to be kind, you're giving it a job and doing your part on time. Here's the roadmap so you know exactly what's coming. First, the 7 operating laws that keep your language clean and effective. Second, the 24-hour protocol, what you do at waking, at the top of each hour, and before sleep. Third, a 7-day challenge with themes that touch different money channels so you feel progress fast. Fourth, a pocket library of short lines you can speak without thinking. And finally, a firm close that sends you into action and sets up the next episode where we cut the mistakes that secretly cancel your morning decree. Let's start with the laws, because they simplify the rest. You'll hear each one in plain language, and you'll get a quick example you can copy today. Keep breathing normally as you listen. If a line feels stiff, that's fine. Lower the stretch until your body agrees, then build from there. Remember, you're speaking to move yourself into aligned action, not to perform poetry. Simple words, present tense, clear tone. The law of the word comes first. Speech orders substance. Your sentence is not decoration, it's directive. When you state, "It is my nature to receive rightful payment today," you're not hoping, you're allocating attention and behavior toward channels that already exist, but may be out of view. Example you can try tomorrow. Before you touch your phone, sit up, anchor your breath, and say once, "Today I receive rightful money with clarity and ease. I speak, I act, and I am paid." Then you do the smallest step that could move money within the first hour. No flourish, no chanting, no bargaining. One line, one step. Next is the law of assumption. Begin from agreement. Instead of asking, "May I?" you proceed as if your work is welcome where it is truly aligned. This shows up in small choices. Answering an email with the tone of someone who expects to be paid, stating your rate without apology, walking into a call like you belong there because you do. A 1-minute practice you can keep all day. Whisper under your breath at the top of the hour, "The way is prepared. I step into what already agrees with me," and then take one visible step that matches that stance. Assumption cuts the delay between knowing and doing. Then, the law of substitution. You don't argue with fear, you replace it. When the mind offers a counter-order, "What if they never pay?" you don't indulge debate. You swap in a pre-selected command, and you act. Keep a rescue line ready. For many people this works. "I am fully compensated, the channel is open now." Speak it once, then do something small that proves you meant it. Send the follow-up, confirm terms, post the link. If you need a timer, set one for 2 minutes, and finish the step before it ends. The more often you substitute and act, the quieter the static gets. The fourth is the law of circulation. Money moves like breath in out, in out. When you resent outflow, inflow gets tight. When you honor outflow, inflow returns clean. This is practical. Pay what's yours to pay on time. Keep your invoices accurate and easy to settle. Respond promptly. and bless the current with a short line before you click pay. I circulate with clarity. This returns multiplied in perfect ways. You're not rewarding recklessness, you're removing friction, so the loop stays open. Keep watching. You'll notice how quickly tidy outflow is mirrored by tidy inflow. The fifth law is agreement. Two or more aligned establish a thing. This can be external, with a partner, a team, a client, or internal, your mind and your mouth. Internally, you build agreement with rehearsal. Speak the sentence until your breath lengthens and your shoulders drop. Externally, you build agreement with clarity. State terms plainly, so both sides can nod without guessing. If you share language with someone, align it once in the morning with a single text, rightful money, on time, today, and one accountability check at noon. If you're solo, you still have two, your thoughts and your speech. Ask, do we agree? If you feel tight, repeat your decree until the body says yes. We'll finish the last two laws in a moment, then turn the key on your daily protocol. For now, hold one thought. Your day doesn't respond to fancy grammar, it responds to consistent lawful words paired with visible steps. You're going to give it both, on a clock you can keep, starting today. If what you've heard so far makes sense, type PA today in your notes, or if you're watching this as a video, drop PA today in the comments, so you commit publicly. That's your mid-video promise to yourself, that you'll run the next steps for 7 days. Stay with me, your next piece lands in seconds. The sixth law is identity. You don't collect money as a stranger, you receive as the person for whom being paid is normal. Identity sets your posture, and posture sets your price. You speak from who you are becoming until it feels like who you are. Lines like I am the one who turns ideas into invoices. I am a trusted, well-compensated professional, and I quote clean numbers without apology, sound simple because they are. Repetition makes them obvious. By day 4 of using them, they'll stop feeling aspirational and start feeling natural, and when that happens, your choices shift. You state your rate without a tremor. You decline misaligned work without panic, and you keep building simple offers instead of hiding in complexity. The seventh law is obedience. Your day obeys repeated, felt command, and you obey your own word. This is not about punishment, it's about order. If you decree, I send the invoice by 10, you send it by 10. If you say, I check money emails at the top of the hour, you check them at the top of the hour. Keep promises to your own mouth, and the day learns to keep promises to you. Track it lightly so you don't guess. 3 columns are enough. Morning decree, spoken. Hourly code, spoken. Night seal, spoken. Put a check in each box as you do it. When a nudge arrives, call Maria now. Obey quickly and the loop tightens. You now have the 7 laws in your pocket. Let's snap them onto the 24-hour frame so you can live them on a clock. You'll touch 3 windows every day. The first 5 minutes after waking, the top of each hour, and the last 5 minutes before sleep. Each window has one short line and one small action. It won't eat your calendar. It will shape it. At waking, you don't reach for your phone. You keep still for 2 breaths, hand on chest, hand on belly, and you let the line land in your body. Today, I receive rightful money with clarity and ease. I speak, I act, and I am paid. If you want, you name a number or a nature. Invoices cleared, bookings confirmed, $2,000 in rightful revenue this week, but you keep the sentence short and clean. Then you picture a single proof for 20 seconds, a paid stamp on a screen, a deposit notification, a client saying yes at your stated rate. Finally, you choose one money-moving step you will take within the first hour, and you write it on a small note you can see from your pillow. The whole thing fits under 3 minutes. Law of the word, identity and obedience are already working. At the top of each hour, you run a 60-second reset to stop drift. Set a silent reminder on your phone at 00. When it buzzes, stand if you can, whisper your code, paid today, and pair it with one micro-action. It could be one message, one price clarified, one follow-up, one ledger updated, one link posted, one confirmation sent. If you can't act right then, block the action inside your next 10-minute window, and keep your promise. This is where assumption and substitution live. Each hour you assume alignment, and anytime fear pipes up you replace it and move your feet. Give yourself a mini dawn at noon. Noon is a hinge that rescues a sloppy morning or multiplies a strong one. Stand, sip water and say, The afternoon obeys. Channels open now. Look at the note you wrote at waking. If you didn't do that step, do it in the next few minutes. If you did, add the next one. If your mind tries too late, run the substitution line. The day serves me until it closes, and act. The point of the noon reset is to prove to yourself that course correction is measured in minutes, not in shame. Practice circulation on purpose once a day. Before paying anything, say, I circulate with clarity. Every dollar I pay returns multiplied in perfect ways, then handle the payment cleanly. Accurate amounts on time. No complaining. If you feel safe to do it, add one tiny generous gesture that won't endanger you. A tip, a referral, an introduction. You're training your system to move money like breath, so your receiving doesn't choke on your resenting. Agreement runs in the background. If you share money language with someone, line it up in the morning. Today we receive rightful on-time money, and pick one place where you both remove apologetic wording from proposals or messages. If you're solo, keep internal agreement by checking tension at the top of an hour. If the body is tight, re-speak the decree and breathe until it loosens. Agreement makes your words heavy enough to land. Identity stays on loop. Before a negotiation or a pitch, say quietly, I am the one who turns ideas into invoices, and then speak like that person, concise, friendly, direct. If you catch yourself performing like a hopeful applicant, substitute immediately, I am a trusted, well-compensated peer, and adjust your tone and price accordingly. Every time you do this, you reduce the gap between what you say and how you show up. Obedience closes the loop. Keep a simple tally. If you promised an hour top check, do it. If the decree named an action, complete it. The power of your sentence grows when you keep easy promises to yourself. You're not trying to be perfect. You're building a reliable groove. 2 micro cases make this tangible. A freelance designer starts the day with, Today I receive prompt payment on open invoices. At 9:10 she sends one concise follow-up. At noon she runs the mini-dawn and sends a second invoice she had delayed. At 2 o'clock she pays a software bill and blesses the outflow. At 3 o'clock she and her assistant align on paid today and each take one step. At 6 o'clock she seals the night with receipts land while I rest. Over 7 days the story stops being random wins and starts being orderly inflow. A small shop owner treats noon like dawn, tells himself, fresh channels open now, pitches a dormant lead at 12:05, intercepts a 2:47 slump with the day obeys me until it closes, and calls one prospect, pays payroll at 5 with a blessing, aligns team language at 5:30, and checks a spam folder on a nudge, finding a purchase order. None of this is magic. It's timing, language, and small steps. Before we move to the 7-day challenge and the exact phrases you can copy, lock one mid-video commitment. If this framework is clicking for you, write PA today, where you'll see it, or type it publicly, so agreement turns up the weight of your word. Then get ready for the next piece, the week-long circuit that gives you momentum without burning you out. You're going to run your next 7 days on a simple circuit, so progress compounds. Each day gets a theme that activates a different channel, clearing what's owed, generating paid ideas, opening channels, anchoring pricing, inviting the unexpected, keeping circulation clean, and integrating the gains. You don't need to memorize fancy scripts. You'll recycle the same structure: morning decree, hourly code, night seal, and you'll ride the clock. Day 1 is clearing. In the morning you decree rightful payment on what's already owed. Through the day your code is paid today and your action is retrieval. Send concise follow-ups, reconcile one messy ledger, check spam for purchase orders, close loops you've avoided. At night you seal with receipts land while I rest. Your goal is not to pressure anyone, it's to remove friction you control and to stand in your right to be paid. Day 2 is paid ideas. In the morning you decree that usable ideas arrive and translate into offers. Your hourly code is I execute one paid idea. You turn thoughts into something someone can accept: a tight package, a page draft, a clean rate. At night, you seal with, while I sleep, ideas organize into steps. This day turns inspiration into invoices by forcing a concrete next move. Day 3 is channels. You open doors to aligned clients and customers. Your hourly code is I step where I'm welcome. You reach out to one warm lead, request one introduction, revive one dormant thread. You keep your reply times short and your terms clear so money can find you. If a door is closed, you don't bruise your forehead. You try another. Day 4 is pricing and worth. You anchor your rate as rightful, your hourly code is I name my price without apology. You update a price page, you practice your number out loud so it stops shaking, or you send a quote you've delayed. If your breath shortens, substitute quickly. My work is valuable, money matches it, and send. This day trims the habit of discounting yourself before anyone asks. Day 5 is unexpected money. You invite rightful unplanned inflow, refunds, credits, windfalls that belong to you. Your hourly code is I welcome what I didn't count. You look where you usually don't points. Unclaimed bonuses, affiliates, expiring offers, reimbursements stuck in limbo. You don't force. You simply check and claim what's yours. Day 6 is circulation and multiplication. You bless outflow and you make sure inflow can land. Your hourly code is I keep the current clean. You pay what's yours to pay and you confirm your own invoices are clear, easy, and accurate. You become a clean node in the flow so the system trusts you with more. Day 7 is integration and Thanksgiving. You acknowledge the week's movement and you lock the groove. Your hourly code is I sustain what works. You repeat the smallest steps that moved money earlier in the week, and you rest in the feeling that this rhythm is normal. You seal the night with gratitude and a rest decree. While I sleep, my systems strengthen. I wake to clarity. Track it lightly so the brain can see progress. A plain note is enough. Morning decree, check. Hourly code spoken, tally marks, night seal, check. Plus one line for the visible step you took each hour that could move money. You don't need graphs. You need evidence. You will notice patterns worth keeping. Short emails get faster replies, clean numbers get less pushback, precise timing gets better open rates, and your own nervous system calms when your steps are small and done on schedule. Now, let me put words in your mouth. That's the point. Short lines you can deliver without effort in the exact windows where they work will save you from freezing. At waking. Today I receive rightful money with clarity and ease. I speak, I act, and I am paid. If you want a number, I welcome $2,000 in rightful revenue this week. Channels open and respond. If you want identity built in, I am a trusted, well-compensated professional. I am a clear channel for paid ideas. At the top of each hour, paid today. If you need direction, the way is prepared. I step into what already agrees with me. When drift tugs, I am fully compensated. The channel is open now. When panic flares, it is handled, followed immediately by the smallest meaningful action. Send, quote, confirm, post. Before paying anything, I circulate with clarity. Every dollar I pay returns multiplied in perfect ways. When you need internal agreement, within me mind and mouth agree we receive rightful on-time money today. With a partner we speak value plainly. We are paid promptly. We steward well. At night, I am grateful for today's movement, seen and unseen. While I sleep, my channels clarify, invoices process, accounts align. I wake to clear instructions, rightful receipts, and calm. Anchor these lines to tiny physical cues so they stick, hand over heart at waking. A tap on the desk at the hour, a sip of water at noon, a hand on the doorframe before bed. The body loves anchors. Anchors make habits unavoidable. Lower friction in your environment too. Keep invoice templates pre-drafted. Write your rates where your eyes can see them. Store follow-up scripts in a notes app. Preset your silent hourly reminder. When the hour chimes, action should be one step away, not 10. If you hit a spike of fear, bank app open, number lower than you hoped. Don't argue with dread. Run the 2-minute rescue. Step 1. Stop the scroll. Step 2. Speak the substitution line once. Step 3. Pick one money-moving action you can finish in 5 minutes, and finish it. Step 4. Exhale through the mouth, and let your shoulders drop. Step 5. State who you are. I am the one who turns ideas into invoices. You just protected your signal and gave the day a fresh order. Use this at 9:12 a.m., 2:47 p.m., or 11:01 p.m. It works anytime because it's simple and tied to action. There are a few mistakes that quietly cancel a strong decree. You'll fix them right now, and we'll dive deeper in the next episode. First, avoid negative phrasing like I don't want debt. Your system doesn't process the don't well. It grabs debt. Say what you do want. I am paid in full, obligations are cleared. Second, Avoid oversized numbers that freeze your breath. Choose stretch, not strain. If $20,000 this week makes your chest tighten, choose the number that lands calmly and build from there. Third, avoid outsourcing the work to superstition. Lucky socks won't fix vague terms. Clean words, clean steps, clean timing will. Keep your language money specific. Abundance can become a fog that returns as a free muffin and a sunny parking spot. Speak plainly. Invoices, deposits, rates, refunds, receipts. If you want 3 paid bookings today, say, "Today I received 3 paid bookings," then make the booking link obvious and ask 3 people who could actually book. Clarity gives the day something to grab. Use agreement to multiply effect. If you live or work with someone who touches your money world, share language in one sentence and one check-in. At breakfast, "We receive rightful money today. We steward it wisely." At noon, "One step taken." This removes mixed signals later, like apologetic phrases in proposals or last-minute discounting. If you're solo, your mind and your mouth are your two. You can still ask at the top of an hour, "Do we agree?" If the body says no, repeat your line until it relaxes. Honor the night. Many people end the day with a replay of mistakes, then wonder why they wake anxious. Give the sleeping hours a job. A simple 3-part seal works. A brief gratitude for movement, even small, a direct order for processing while you rest, and a tiny scene you want sorted by morning, a reply received, a slot booked, a transfer confirmed. Write tomorrow's first money-moving step on a sticky note and place it where your eyes will land when you wake. If worry knocks, substitute once and end with "It is handled." You're not denying unfinished work, you're delegating clearly. Match speech with ethics. Rightful filters what belongs to you from what doesn't. You keep agreements, you tell the truth, you deliver what you sell, you correct mistakes quickly. Clean language without clean behavior will feel hollow, and your system will resist it. When you speak and then do what you said, your words carry weight next time. Now compress everything into one clean paragraph you can remember. You wake and speak one present tense decree that frames the next 24 hours. You take one small step in the first hour that could move money. At the top of each hour you whisper a code and pair it with one visible action. At noon you run a mini dawn that rescues the morning or multiplies it. Before sleep you seal the night, assign your deeper mind a simple job and write tomorrow's first move. You run this for 7 days with themes that touch clearing, ideas, channels, rates, the unexpected, circulation and integration. You track lightly and adjust what sticks. If any part of this feels like too much, strip it down. Keep only 3 pieces. The morning line, the hourly whisper, the night seal. That alone will improve your week. If it already feels easy, add the theme days and the tiny generosity gesture on your circulation day. Your goal is not to impress yourself with complexity, it's to build a cadence you can live when life is messy. The simpler the ritual, the stronger it becomes under pressure. To prove it to yourself today, do this right after you finish. Speak the morning line again, choose one step, and complete it before your next hour chime. If you're watching a video version of this, save it and comment "PA today" to create public agreement. If you're reading, write "PA today" at the top of your calendar. Declare your start date for the 7-day circuit. If you miss an hour, you don't spiral. You restart at the next one. The law rewards the next right command, not a perfect record. You'll also notice small, unflashy wins stacking: an invoice paid early because your follow-up was crisp, a refund approved because your terms were clear, a meeting moved up because you asked directly, a dormant lead responding because you checked the right folder. These are easy to dismiss as coincidences. They're proof that timing, speech, and action are finally pulling in the same direction. Keep collecting evidence until your nervous system understands that being paid on time is normal here. In a moment, I'll recap the whole method in 10 seconds and hand you the teaser for the next episode so your curiosity pulls you forward. Before that, check your posture. Shoulders back, chin level, eyes soft. Say once, simple words, simple steps, clean money. That's the ground you'll stand on tomorrow morning when the alarm goes off and the first 5 minutes are yours again. Here is your 10-second recap. Decree at waking, code at the hour, seal at night. Stretch it across 7 days with specific themes. Keep your language money plain, replace fear instead of arguing with it, and pair every sentence with one small step you can finish on the clock. That's the whole method. You already practiced the first line. You already chose one action. You're capable of running it for a week and seeing what changes in your inbox, on your statements, and in your posture. If you want an exact place to start, start now. Speak the decree once. Today I receive rightful money with clarity and ease. I speak, I act, and I am paid. Open your calendar and block the first hour step. Set the silent hourly reminder for the rest of the day. Write tonight's seal where your eyes will land before sleep. While I sleep, my channels clarify, invoices process, accounts align. I wake to clear instructions, rightful receipts, and calm. If you share life or work with someone, send them one line. Today we receive rightful on-time money. At noon, run your mini dawn and correct your course if needed. That's your day. Run on purpose. You don't need certainty. You need a clock and a sentence. You don't need to feel brave every hour. You need to obey one line and do one small action. You don't need to convince anyone that words are powerful. You need to pair your words with proof that you meant them. This turns minutes into money without turning you into a machine, because the steps are human-sized and the tone is calm. The more you keep the promises you speak, the less resistance you'll feel next time you speak them. If this resonated, make it visible. If there's a comment box, write "PA'd today," so other people who commit can find you. If you're solo, write it at the top of a page, you'll see it waking. Return in 7 days with facts, amounts, invoices cleared, channels opened, so your results teach you what to keep. If you want support, save this and share it with one person who will run the week alongside you. Agreement multiplies effect. Don't do all of this in your head. We're not done. This is only the opening note of a series. You now have the ritual and the clock. Next, you're going to remove the hidden breaks. In the next episode, I'll show you the 5 words that secretly cancel your morning decree and what to say instead. With side-by-side swaps you can apply in under a minute. I'll also give you a 60-second script for each of the 7 laws so you have a quick reset for afternoons that slip. If you want that landed in your feed, follow and keep your hourly reminder on, because we'll keep building in small, repeatable steps that fit a real day. For now, honor what you've already done. You spoke a clean sentence. You chose a clear step. You gave the day an order, and you moved your feet. That is the craft. Keep it simple, keep it present, keep it lawful. Speak as the person who is paid on time. Act like them in one small way, each hour. Seal your night like someone who trusts their deeper mind to work while they rest. And when the alarm rings tomorrow, you'll know exactly what to do in the first 5 minutes. Breathe once, speak once, act once, and let the day obey.